kind of feast of famine on him, and Delight opts to go for the Bard. Something we have seen him play a little bit last year, and not going for those melee supports. Gonna have some bit more range pressure in the lane, and also very effective against things like Quay and the Ashe with that longer range.
We're getting lane swaps. It's just a thing. And Peanut never changes, even with the increased damage. Ooh, very nice flash away from the Vines. Peanut takes a massive shot. Big dive on the bottom side as well. Fighting for first blood. Who's going to get it first? This dive is not going to work, though. Duro nearly dies, and Keen will go down. And that'll be first blood here for HaMaLife Esports. Gen G, they want at least the kill. Will they get it? Yeah, no, they will not. They will not get the kill. And Duro goes down. The spear lands.
They're too low, they can't.
And James just laughs in their face.
Prediction.
That was a little bit different.
Yeah, I think if you're wrong about your predictions, it's kind of sad.
They kept 4 players together, and they have, potentially the best top laner in the LCK, right?
Time, and Keen just have teleport if he wants to move back. So Peanut will just pick up some camps. He'll get some damage in the bot lane tower. It'll be Gen G getting 6 grubs in this game, which definitely a bit of an odd TP coming in from Zeka. They're going for the redive.
Yeah, especially on this one. They're just going to line up the CC, immediately kill Zeus. There's an arrow straight into the Bard as well. That is a dead Bard as Peanut desperately trying to peel for the team, but every free Drake and a free Feat of Strength completion. Chovy going to miss some abilities.
Just built to pick this tower up pretty easily. Definitely feels like they've regained control of the game after the early hiccup with the dive. More in position to contest this if they want, but still doesn't look like they're interested. The arrow won't connect. Just kind of fishing with that one. But
really stepped on the brakes and said, okay, we are not going to fight over anything. We don't want to fight over the Infernal Drake. We don't want to fight.
And I was getting it like all the time. I know it's solo queue, like don't get me wrong, but like
yeah. It's just the follow-up isn't really there. They're actually engaging RGNG. Did Duro go too far? It's the question, but the poke that lands on a Peanut from so far away is massive. And yeah, they don't get any kills, but so many low health bars here on the side of HaMaLife Esports. They kind of have to abandon ship. As you see Zeka maybe looking for something on the left side. The spear gonna force Peanut to...
Unless Ambest is there, or like Peanut or Viper in range to lay the CC, nothing really comes from it. And Genji's comp has all this poke, has this long range engage, and they kind of just melted.
Behind them. And you can see that Chovy immediately is worried about that, but he's got Keen for that. There's the arrow, there's the Leona, but the Bard to come in to try to save Peanut. Can he get away? No, he just gets rooted and immediately decimated. Canyon goes golden and will survive, and now it's a 5v4. Although Keen is kind of fighting a 1v1 here against Zeus. Zeus getting pretty low, and he will go down. Tries to flash away and can't do it. Ruler on his Ashe. His huge Ashe that he always loved to play. He's playing it once again here in this game, and he wanted blood, but you can see HaMaLife Esports immediately just had to give up the point.
Just flawless execution from Gen G there, really just taking their time. The CC connects, and you see the concept of composition. It's so hard for a Zyra, especially one with no flash, to play into this composition. And HLE try what they can, but not able to deny it, and Atacam will go over to Gen G. Relevant numbers, and
there it is again. Mikhails is available, but does it matter is the question. Peanut doesn't get to play the game. He's just out of there, and he says, well, sorry, guys. I did everything I could. Delight presses Mikhails immediately.
Yeah, it means you don't die, and that's about it. That is the only difference. I do believe it was Team Mikhails, but it wasn't showing up in the scoreboard, so I think that's why it's gone away now, because we're having some issues there. Should be...
yeah, I think it froze or something.
But yeah, now Gen G, you have the Atacam buff, so why not just go for the Baron? Health bars are low. It looks scary, but kind of mistake there from Chovy.
Yeah, trying to get
Zeka?
Oh, Zeka, what was that? He's just gonna die. Maybe it was a bait all along, but they've got revives. That's okay. Yeah, you got 2 of them, but Delight might go down here as well. Keen thinking about it. But nah, yeah, he's just gonna get revived, and now there's but you still don't have a mid laner, so there's still a free objective for Gen G, and now they're on Hextech soul points.
Yeah. So not ideal.
It's not a bad idea, especially because Chovy isn't there to poke. But the issue is you've still got Italy, so yeah, not a bad idea. But now you've kind of just leased the Baron for the enemy team, who's much stronger than you. KazaLoLL Esports, you gotta get in the pit. You have to get a steal here for Peanut. That's really the only way, as Keen is in that backline. He is distracting. Zeus is doing nothing. He's just running away. They're keeping it leashed, and they turn on the Peanut. Down goes Zeka, down goes Zeus, and this is just a massive slaughter in favor of Gen G. Viper no longer for this world. And that is a just straight up ace, very clean. Nobody dies on the side of Gen G.
You can see the patience from Gen G. It never felt like they were rushed into that. They knew that they had the advantage. They knew they had the pressure, and just waiting until the right abilities hit, able to punish HLE for that Baron start. And now, remember, they have 6 grubs. They can just end here. The quickest respawn is going to be light. There's nothing you can do. And Gen G will take the first game in this series.
Yeah, just like that. Really clean stuff from them. You know, there was the one dive issue early on, and from there, they just tightened it up, and it was all their game the entire rest of the way. So really
lock down a stationary target, which that Jinx is. And Jiro going to go for the Lulu, which is a very comfortable lane at the Rakan. Gonna have pressure. Gonna struggle to really force them out of lane because of the sustain. More in top lane, but Galio just one of these champions who can kind of just spam abilities in the way. Oh,
look at this. The Ornn Rakan lane trying to make something happen, and they're going to pay for it. Walks on top of the chopper.
From last game, don't give 6 grubs to the other team. Canyon might have to flash.
Yeah, I mean, he's not level 6, so he's just in the pit, and then he's out of the pit. But kind of catching them here. A bit of damage already from Ruler. They're trying to turn on a Jovi quick. Charm does come down. Viper jumping in. They want to get the reset on Ruler, and they might just be able to do so. Viper finally gets it, but Peanut's going to go down. So there's the trade. Duro on the run. Should eventually be taken out, but looking for the grubs here is Gen G, and maybe a bit more. Zeus trying to stick around. Viper has survived, but I don't think I'm going to be able to say the same about Zeus. He'll be taken down, and they give the kill over to the...
Yep, 2 grubs coming in early, definitely helping out with that damage on towers. So the gold lead in the top lane already is massive. Like, although Zeus is picking up a lot of farm in, sorry, not a lot of farm, but a lot of experience from the farm, he wasn't actually getting the CS, and he's really fallen far behind. They have found Canyon.
Yeah, I mean, they do. He has his ult up, but that's a Vi. Loves that very much. Gets inside the circle. Canyon smites away the blue and then just dies, so...
They do want to try and get a grub here, HLE to deny. Great taunt.
Deny on the Ornhorn. Jovi in the front, and look at the double knock up there with the Xin and the Lulu just tanking up so much, and Ruler is totally safe, and he gets the snipe. He's excited, and he's looking for more. That's a kill on the Ornn, and Zeka, maybe he gets... So far, they have not really played very well as a team, and I think that's putting it lightly, as now trying to set up something here onto Gen G, but TP is coming in from the Galio. They're looking to take down Canyon, or that's Peanut rather, and that's just going to be free. As meanwhile, a couple of 80 carries going head to head. The barrier though available, and he jumps over Ruler just to die.
HLE getting demolished right now. Looking for some more pressure here on Zeus.
And they might just be able to take him down. Nice knockups do come in, and they're tanking that turret, but Jovi is just so tanky, it's unbelievable. And yeah, that's gonna be the end of these two. KazaLoLL Esports, you said it, Gen G are just, they are just steamrolling them here. This is not very close at all.
I mean, they wanted revenge for the summer finals, and they are getting it right now. 2.3k gold lead between 80 carries, 2.2k, apparently, allegedly. Great work from Jovi here, baits out.
Who's a little bit newer in the LCK, and he's got the talent to do it. Now, Canyon is going to get isolated here once again. The Vi ult does come in, but look at the huge redemption heal, and they just don't have the damage. They're finally going to get onto that backline, but then Giant Rocket is going to hit Zeka as well, but he is going in. So is Viper. That's a couple of kills now, but Ruler looking for something, but he's going up against 5 people.
Oh, the Galio ult
coming in, and now you've got a front line for Ruler to just go absolutely insane in this fight. Zeus, oh, he's looking for Peanut, actually. He's got it, maybe. One rocket, no, not quite, but he will absolutely take at least a triple kill in this one. And it was a 3v5 that Gen G were fighting.
You know, it looked good for HLE because Ruler wasn't there. And the second he turned up, it instantly looked good for HLE, sorry, but oh, Peanut should be able to kill Juro here, I think.
Yeah. Well, about being a rookie. I mean, he's not technically a rookie anymore, but yeah. Trying to get some wards down, some deep wards, and not expecting just face checking in the jungle by myself when I do my dad jokes. So give me some time, I'll work on it.
You're a rookie, Dad. You're just clearing out over. Oh, the level 10 on flank.
Okay, well that ult's gonna hit Canyon. That's not Ruler, but maybe Zeus can land it. Yeah, he's going to be able to land it. Ruler in a bit of trouble. He's got the Rakan on him as well, but the knockups are coming in from the Lulu, and he has the front line. They can't take him down. He will win the fight once again with his team. KazaLoLL Esports overextend. And Gen G, man, with Ruler, they just looked like on a whole new level. And they were already so good.
Feels like he never left, honestly. Fitting right in with Gen G. The team are playing around him, defending him, and he's just popping off. I think HLE, I mean, the gold lead is one thing, but also they just didn't have anyone who did damage hitting Ruler. So he kind of just tanked the CC, the team peeled, and then he turns around and just decimates HLE. Over 10,000 gold lead now. They are so far
It's
ahead.
only triple, yeah. Yeah, Ruler thought he got a Quadra, so that's...
Ruler probably there like, wait, you lost these guys?
All right, well, you've got the Vi this time. Maybe this is enough. I mean, to be honest, it should be. And finally, KazaLoLL Esports find the angle. And now where's the damage on Gen G? I mean, you've got a Jace, you've got a tank Galio, Peanut taking a bit of damage. And they're super far down on gold, so Gen G are still considering taking this fight even without Ruler. They say, who needs 80 carries in 2025? We'll just go in with our tank Galio. Look at Toby. He's just punching them.
Dash.
He's just punching them. Yeah, he stops the dash, but he's going for the light instead. And will take him down. He wants Peanut as well, but the shield comes in.
Simple.
Yeah.
But you have this Jace. It's kind of like a bruiser Jace. Has the Black Cleaver and the, they're looking to contest.
Arakan, the taunt there on Peanut. He's not going to be able to try to get in, and yeah, that's just Arakan buff. And KazaLoLL Esports, they had to do something. The Rockets are coming in, the zap, and the big one will take him down. Ruler not messing around, and he will be looking for a bit more. Zeka not long for this world either, as they don't quite have a wave in mid, but they've got Arakan buff. And they have Ruler, who is now, I believe, 12-1 on the Jinx. This is an 80 carry. You give him a hyper carry, he will carry your team. And they drafted a wonderful comp around him. It's all looking just beautiful.
Particularly
today.
Jinx. I'm just getting flashbacks from 2023 MSI, where he just ran the tournament on this pick, honestly. And good luck, HLE.
I mean, yeah. Good effort. It doesn't give you any points, though, for doing that. Maybe they can stop the base from going down, but there's 5 revives available, so good luck with that as well. Peanut's going to go down. Not going to have a penta angle for Ruler, by the way, as he is going to be revived. We got TPs coming in. This game is over, guys. NT are, a casual 16,000 gold ahead, 23 minutes in, and they will finally look to end this game after picking up some extra KDA. Just a little bonus. And there you go, Gen G absolutely smacked down KazaLoLL Esports.
The Jinx for Ruler is such a huge pick, so the fact that I was still open after so many, and yeah.
Gasp.
Shock.
I could not have guessed it. You know, we talked about game 1 a little bit. You know, he wasn't really doing like the crazy Ashe gliding or anything, but he didn't have to. He did his job on the arrows. Like, the arrows were huge.
Yeah, he had some good arrows. The Jinx game, though, really playing it well. And yeah, I think it's good to have him back. Good to have him back.
This team, I don't know if anybody's going to be able to beat them, right? Like, if you look at Group Baron, we got DN Freaks, Bro, BNK, T1. It would have to be T1, I think, but
it's a big ask.
Time, I don't know. Gen G just looks so strong. But guys, we have the interview ready on stage. Let's throw it over to the translation.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Dear for the POM interview translation, joined by Ruler on the side of Gen G, who just got a 2-0 victory. Congratulations. It's great seeing you, Ruler. Congrats on the victory. How do you feel? During the match, I felt like my heart was about to burst, but I think my teammates did so well, so I'm really glad. You didn't really
이렇게
seem that
긴장을 심하게 한
nervous.
적은 처음이라서
Did you try to suppress
저도
it?
오늘 좀
You know, I've
신기하고
never felt
놀랐습니다.
this
그
nervous
정도로 룰러 선수도 긴장을
like this
해주셨다고
before. So
말씀해주셨고
I was
정말
also
많은
quite
팬들이
surprised.
그룹 발언과 그룹 장로의 수장들의 대결인 만큼
You know,
기대를 많이
we were so
모아주셨습니다.
excited for the
승리
battle
요인은 어디
of the
있다고 보시나요?
representatives between
오늘
Group
승리
Baron
요인은
and Group
일단
Elder. So
저희
what was the key to today's
저
victory?
말고 다른 멤버들이 너무 진짜
You
뭔가
know, aside
콜도
from me, the
되게
other teammates
잘 해줬고 그냥 뭔가
in
플레이
Gen
하나하나
G
되게
had
너무
really
잘해서
good
그게 좀
shot
승리
calls, and
요인이지
every
않았나
single
싶습니다.
playmaking was actually really carried out very
오늘
well.
진짜 다
So
잘한 것 같아요. 그러니까 제가 좀
Who do you think
아쉬웠었던 것
played
같고 다 잘했다고 생각합니다.
well
그랬던 것 같습니다.
today
저는
especially?
아쉽진
I think
않았고요.
everyone
드로
really
선수와 이제
played
대회에서 첫 번째
excellently.
합을 맞추셨습니다. 어떠세요? 잘
This is
맞으시나요?
your first match with Duro.
지금을 합을 평가하기엔 좀 애매한 게
first
이제
of all, I think it's a little
라인전을
too
좀 많이
early
하다
to
보니까
say
이제 좀
about our
라인
synergy
싸움이
or
너무너무 좀 많이 나와서
teammates.
아직은
I
좀
think
더
because
지켜봐야 할
you
것
don't really get to
같아서.
do
네,
a lot of laning
드로 선수뿐만
because of
아니라
all the
또
lane
초비
swaps that we're
선수와의
seeing
합도
so
굉장히
far.
좋아 보였습니다. 특히 이 세트에는
And your
갈리오 징크스가
teamwork
같이
with
있으니까
Chovy
이
was
합이 정말
just as
폭발하는
fantastic.
느낌이었는데
And especially the
오랜만에
Jinx
같이
and
해보니까
Galio
어떠세요?
combo.
일단 지훈이는
How was
확실히
playing with him after such a long time?
늘
You
볼
know,
때도 엄청
Chovy,
잘한다고 생각했는데 같이 하니까 역시 더
Every time
잘해줬구나
I see
생각을
him
많이
play, he's
했습니다.
always really good, and I feel
많은
like
분들이
right now
궁금해하시는
I
점이
can
있습니다.
tell that he's
이번
gotten
LCK
even
컵에
better.
들어서 지금 징크스가 전승을 기록하고 있거든요. 이번 녹서스
And
테마
Jinx is
그리고
actually
이번
on an
메타에서
undefeated streak
징크스의
so
어떤 점이
far.
좀 부각되고 있다고
So
보시나요?
what about Jinx is so strong in this meta?
라인에서도 되게 괜찮은 모습을 보여주고 있고
You know, even in lane swap, she's very decent to use.
보여주는 챔피언이라고 생각해서
And I think
그런 부분들이
this champion is especially shines during team fights as well. So I think that's why her win rate
계속해서
is so
사랑받을 수
high.
있을까요?
그건 잘 모르겠어요. 좀
Do you think
더
we'll keep seeing
해봐야
her?
할 것 같다고 생각합니다.
I'm not too sure about that. I think we'll just have to play it out.
거두면서 지금 그룹 장로 4대
And with
1로
Gen
앞서
G's
나가고
victory,
있는데요.
Group
초반부터
Elder
이렇게 치고
just
나갈 거
secured 4
예상하셨을까요?
wins. It was definitely not predictable or I did not expect it at all. I knew that
자신감
you know
있는
Group
모습
Elder was
보여주셨는데
very
그럼
strong.
마지막으로 본인이 이제 직접
And Elder is
지어주신
very
구호가
strong, so I
있잖아요.
think it was pretty inevitable.
외치면서 인터뷰 마무리해보죠.
Let's finish out the
네,
interview with
할까요?
the slogan you came up with.
좋습니다. 그럼 제가
Should we all shout out Elder over Baron?
둘, 셋.
1, 2, 3. Elder over Baron.
수고 나왔습니다. 감사합니다.
And that's the end of the interview with Ruler and back to the space. Thank you.
He is a pretty decent Rumble when Rumble was being played in support. Angel
Actually, Rumble
obviously
support, yeah.
pretty good Corki as well, but I don't know how this is supposed to work out. Literally just gonna be a farm to a hut. Like it just feels maybe I cast a cursed it. Maybe ignites are going down. Yeah, both of them pop now. Angel trying to chase down on. He has the level 6 advantage, but it just feels like a wet noodle fight.
Well, we might get to the point where you gotta all in if you
Oh, no.
His barrier popped.
To bolster his case on being the one to play this one. Oh,
That's
okay.
not a great-
Honest
never
getting
mind. He's got
chunked.
it. He's got it.
Oh no, that is a scary dog, and maybe the bite's worse than the bark.
All right, well, that's one kill. Needs another, but the Hex Drinker was secured, and On just got roasted and toasted. You can see Angel and On having a decent
They're
round.
having fun, man.
Yeah,
That's what I
respectfully.
find so funny about like I said, literally the coaches are standing behind them like trying to dissect everything, like the stats, and trying to figure out like what's good, but the players are just having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, well,
Oh my god.
We'd like to have
he just
On.
wins?
Yeah,
I
we'd
think-
like to have On maybe have a little bit less fun here. But
Okay,
Angel,
Angel's
hands
just
are
gonna
off.
hold his hands
Hands
up.
are
That's
off.
it. Side select has been gained by EDG.
Like 2, 3, 4, 5, he just scales because a lot of the good answers to him get removed. And so, interested to see him in this draft. I think it fits. But yeah, we round things out
we're
with
cooking
Alistar.
the whole
to come
time.
over and try and help him secure this, but
Oh
Might get
no.
caught.
Oh, he just overextended there. He really
Yeah?
wanted that control ward. He'll get the flash out of Angel. First blood for EDG. That's the kind of stuff you don't want to see a consistent jungler do. The sad part is we get a little 2v2 in bot side. On's gonna get a little bit tanky there. Try to fight back into Assume. You have
He's
Wei
here.
coming down. I'll talk about Wei's point later because now Assume is in just a heap of trouble. Not even gonna burn any summoner spells. Just
skips over his camps, makes his way down south, able to pick up that kill will be first blood that feat a strength, as you can see highlighted at the bottom. I really feel like if ZDZ were to TP back, yes, they would be losing a lane of XP and CS, but you get the 6 grubs, and then you can really use that to push BLG around at this point of the game. Instead, BLG able to... Yeah, I really like how Elk is playing this MF early with... Oh, hold on.
Oh, he got him with the Magnet Storm. Oh, my God! How has Elk sidestepped every single skill shot, but he ends up
to get in for the Dragon, and they're looking to secure it.
They are. BLG want to contest over it. Knight has an angle there. Headbutt Pulverize misses again, and we have to question this Alistar pick as the Dragon goes over to EDG. Brightest moments since his time on Anyone's Legend, but now ZDZ, his Anyone's Legend teammate from all the way back then, is not going to have any support on bot side and lose.
Herald picked up by Xiaohao. First turret might have gone down, but this Rift Herald could be a turret and more if EDG
hasn't had that big success since his time on Anyone's Legend, even that time on Weibo. But if you remember, like, he was around him, that helps in that factor. So we'll see if that continues to be the case here as Elk playing with fire here. Can't dodge that skill shot, but you do have On to back it up. Magnet Storm coming in from Wink, though. Big bullet time, and that's going to be a clean up on Xiaohao, and I just caster cursed him to hell, apparently, as now 2 members of EDG are down. Dragon
very well played by Elk in that skirmish.
Oh, we got the flank going on here. You're out in the middle of a field. You think everything's fine. All of a sudden, a cow with 2 horns doesn't come over the wall. It runs away from you. Is that how this was supposed to go?
Might be round 2.
Were they worried? Like, was he? I guess he was worried that he had people with him. Angel's gonna try to buy some time here.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the Chaos Storm. He's gonna be trying to cook Knight down, but Elk is gonna come clean up this kill. Elk already almost on 2 items. Wait, you got to kill Angel here, guys. Unfortunately, he hasn't gotten any support. Wink was on his way, gave up about
champion to know that he can tank that up and save the double summoner spell usage for when he
2-man it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, easy with the MF at this point of the game. We did see Elk. Oh, hold on, engage.
Oh, there's
Good
the engage.
interrupts.
Magnet Storm. Oh my goodness! The 3-man knock up there. Assume is actually getting in some work on, and ZDZ has found the back line. Angel's trying to survive with the Chaos Storm. The Chaos Storm works, and the Chaos Storm grows. As now ZDZ is all alone in the middle of all of BLG, and Ben is just going to run him down. As Assume gets flashed on by Elk, and there's another couple quick kills, and straight
target, but on his ability to disrupt that engage from the Rel and Viego. That's what won the fight for BLG. For me, before it started, and was going to secure them the Otacon.
And we talked about the Alistar in Trevor. We're not super confident in it, but hey, you make the big moment.
They've got a little bit more time with this buff. I know we went through the replays. Angel just gets blown up.
Oh my God! I mean, they didn't even pop any of the GAs yet. This is just absolute domination. The all-out comes through as well, and Ben cleans house. BLG have turned on the gas and lit it aflame.
That wasn't the hot start that BLG was looking for, but this end looking like the BLG that we know and expect in that fight. My goodness.
I mean, it was like 100-0 in an instant. And Knight's just chasing down Xiaohao now. Knight, the man himself, just making it happen.
My goodness.
I mean, it was like 100-0 in an instant. And Knight's just chasing down Xiaohao now. Knight, the man himself, just making it happen.
Knight was farmed up. They gave him that turret down bot. The first turret for BLG. Knight, as Knight does, you know, pretty quietly amassing a lot of econ on himself and making good use of it later on. He may not be done. He got
the kill. That's just
He's laughing. He's back.
I mean, he's only worth 100 gold.
Oh.
He's only worth 100 gold. He gets the pick onto the massive carry, and he gets to come right back to the fight. This has been the most dominant thing about the Atacon buff is how you use the TPs in synchronicity with the resets there.
My goodness.
And BLG in one fell swoop. They were only 3, 4, 5,000 gold up. Now they're over 10,000, and it was all in just one series of events.
Otacon buff, no damage down, the takedown, assuming, of course, here he's respawning, had enough time to get some chuckles in, drop an emote, a TP, and get back. And now Ben, action continues.
He's in 1v4 territory right now.
All right,
gets the Magnet Storm there, gets taken down by Xiaohao, and now who is KazaLoLLCShighlights going to be looking for maybe even more. But things getting so close to the edge for Xiaohao, but not able to find consistency, and Unfortunately, that's the state of the game when you're so far in a deficit now against BLG as a Viego. Assume I don't know how you got there, bud, but you took a wrong turn, and he's just going to be run down in the alcove. This is a couple times now that we've seen it. Xiaohao wants to try to do something to back them off. Oh, my God. EDG are just like, do you hear the crowd? The crowd is having a blast with this one in the shock factor, and Elk just sits Xiaohao down.
Knight's going to take down Wink. We see ZDZ getting chased by Wei.
Oh, my God. What does Clear Love think of this game number 1 in the background? Because this is chaos.
It is, but it's somewhat controlled in BLG's favor. It was, Bin just sacked himself to open that all up for the boys, right? That's 100% was his game plan going in 1v5, yeah? I think
absolutely.
Yeah, Ben forgot they had a little bit
too,
more,
by the way.
little bit more MR than armor in his kit. 1v5, takes a little bit more damage from the Viego and the Varus than what he would have liked, but still,
they've destroyed every structure.
Well, the Nexus turret still could respawn. You can see the timer. It's getting close, but we'll see if BLG can end before that comes back.
You know what's really cool is we have the opportunity to name a play after another player now. It doesn't come on very often.
Oh.
And On, speaking of, is going to try to get the counter engage. Wink just gets bursted down. Now there's too much gold on the fact of BLG and Angel not just being ran down. Look at Bin. He's just popping off and delivering some kills tonight on a silver platter. The equalizer is not going to be enough. Now Angel comes out, tries to get the resets there on the way. He's not. Oh, he finally gets the burn with the laser, but he gives over the kill anyways. And it's coming back. Can't take it down, but look how many minions they have, bro. Guys.
All right, now it's gone. That was interesting.
That was weird.
All right, well.
Noxus go crazy. I don't know.
I think Cinder's a really good pick here.
No.
It is Vlad?
The Vlad. So we have seen this split already, but it is going to be the Vlad here. And it's looking like it's going to go mid lane as well. So we will be getting the tank.
Timed up as well as he would have wanted to with On. As make sure that doesn't happen.
Oh, no. He literally baited them. Ben was walking like he didn't see them and waited for the separation.
It really is like 2 ability haste items, and then once you get 8 north of that, it's really hard to move you from lane. And then the econ that Vlad can get kind of level to Ben, so see if they can pull this off. This could be a very, very big dive.
Massive wave. That's a huge wave as well. ZDZ. They are circling you like sharks.
Nice
The public execution coming through. He's actually got some decent damage. The turret shots. Oh, he trades him. Knight healing up. Pressure up towards top side here to get that initiated.
And you can just see Knight doesn't really care about the damage
Angel
anymore.
Between Worlds going to be popped. I don't think you have enough health there. On cease and desist goes across. They actually just look for the back line. And now you might be in a little bit of trouble as Assume is coming down. He has a lot of consistent damage, and Wink is going to pick up that one.
And use that attack speed buff that Xayah gets to just rip through these turrets. It's all about the 4-1 setup now. Pick a side of the map to play through and go fighting right now. Wouldn't it be great for BLG? They need Knight to get 2-3 items before they really...
Man, I'm sorry. It's like even if he connects there, even if he connects there, he probably can't kill him.
That's a bad show. Yeah, it's a bad show too. He's now top. Yep, here we go.
He's in so much trouble. Cease and desist comes down. Hammer slammer. Thank you, Mama. Iron Wolf.
Oh no.
Noxus has failed her.
Yeah, it has. That said, at least first brick goes over to EDG in the mid lane here, as they do use... They can't execute that strategy with the 6 grubs, and also we haven't seen them try too hard. Like, they're going for these ganks. Just throw 4 people in the lane and try and attack it. Like, that's the way that you want to play with 6 grubs sometimes. We saw it mid as a response to BLG, but we haven't seen EDG use this well.
Yeah.
So it's been a bit of a bummer, frankly.
Look at that ward. That ward is getting so much value right now. Oh my god. Okay, Solar Flare is going to go in. They try to go on Assume. Ben's looking for the backline access right now. It's looking like a tussle instead of the Rift Herald fight. Cease and desist on the Xiaohao. He does have a lot of damage behind him, though, because Angel goes in but gets obliterated. You blink and you miss it. BLG just made tatters out of EDG. That new legacy start's gonna have to take a seat on the back burner here as BLG are rampaging.
This game's over, folks. The scaling is not good here for EDG and so not a great look for EDG in this one, and BLG just kind of got to push out their waves, making things hard for EDG.
And it ain't gonna get easier, Covey. But if you're looking at just the plain facts, I guess, when you're looking at these two teams.
Like, that makes a lot of sense. And if it's not Fearless, I think we just see that from Knight. But nice to see him lean into.
You're immediately getting TPs coming in. Everybody's trying to join the party. But that's the problem with that range you were talking about earlier, as Elk is just going forward. Oh my God, against the Zoom. He gets the Feather Storm, and he goes forward for the kill, gets the barrier, but dies instantly to Wink. That was a heck of a play, and that was some confidence there as Way's coming over the other side with the cease and desist. Just targets the first person he sees because they know they can lock them down. There's the keeper's verdict to punt Knight away, but the kill still comes through.
Was secured.
Just wait it out. It's going to take that long.
Yep. So I do think that the new season chipped into this a little bit, as Knight is pretty much. Yeah. I mean,
no. Public execution goes straight out, using the exit strategy. ZDZ going way too ham, but he's still in Bessa. Big true shot barrage comes across, though. BLG, they're streaming forward onto Assume, and he was left out. His entire team abandoned him, and been just running down Xiao. It's BLG destroying EDG with every letter of their name. There's the in-between worlds as Angel gets a kill back, but Knight's just chasing him down. And how many times do we have to see this? That's a beautiful flash from Angel, but the pool comes back up, and he's just gonna kill him again.
Oh my goodness, Knight. It was close from Angel on the outplay, but the Vlad, he's hit critical mass, and this game, it's over. We're going to game 3.
Knight's in his bad boy era, man. He's like
in his bag with the Vladimir, man. Oh
Dude,
my
he's
God.
stutter stepping on people. He's emoting people. He's taping into people. Like, this is hilarious to see. This is the era of Knight that I wanted to see. As he gets a quick back with the Atacon reset.
He wanted the base, you know. I don't know if he gave over gold with that too. I didn't see anything pop up. Might have been
just
strategic.
bought a full item.
Yep, that's a death cap for Vladimir.
He just bought a full item.
Oh, okay. Ben's gonna
Ben's
gonna one-way trip this as well. Yeah.
You see how long it takes them to kill him?
So I will say that with Vladimir,
where we were allotting him, we were talking about kind of his general status and being a kind of leader on this team, and we haven't necessarily seen that. Not a lot of Demacia, but also not here. As Angel does get a really nice little outplay, but unfortunately it's Vladimir, and it doesn't matter.
I think going for that auto was a little bit of a mistake. Maybe the turret takes down Knight. That said, not the case. We returned alive, and Hibbers being hit, and Elk. Oh my God.
Just flashes point blank onto him and kills him outright. Xiao Hao just gets taken out, and it is Knight show all day long. He's under the Nexus, and he's just going. He's still alive? The laser beam did not kill him, but Mbessa will. And BLG will rise to 2-0 in this best of 5. It's the first time we've seen them have a bout in 2025, and it is looking all BLG favor. The narratives of the year are being set up beautifully, and it is the star-studded show of Billy Gaming.
I mean, to be fair, they're doing this into EDG.
It's still a good matchup in the.
We got the Swain! Let's go!
You wanted it bot. Well, you have it mid though.
I don't care. I just want Swain. Oh,
Knight's
let's go.
Nar. It's just a lot of this matchup based on barrels and contesting barrels. This Angel, good setup.
Oh my goodness.
Very well played. That ward. See if they still go
that
for
ward
it.
was really nice. He's got the 4th shot from Elk, though. Elk will go ahead and tank some of the turret shots, but yeah, they don't really have much damage if Elk is the one that has to run away.
They might do it again. I think it was.
There it is. Oh my goodness. He gets the heal back. One more tap and wait. Xiao will just secure this first one. Try to potentially contest. I mean, the Lee Sin has some serious dueling strength early on. Assume. He overstepped it a little bit. Does have to burn his flash from it. The Deadly Flare is followed up. But now, Knight! Knight has to burn his Demonic Ascension. Does make it out alive. Xiao Hao almost picking off Knight again. BLG will secure the another start on EDG.
I mean, again, a very storied player that we have in the LPL has been that rock goes wide. He can't pick that one back up because it missed. That's a problem.
He can pick up a teammate, though, and Wei shows up. Cyclone ZDZ straight to death with a little swing of his quarterstaff, and on dies bot lane to Xiao Hao.
Well, that's at least a nice pickup.
Whoa, Elk, that was bold as he's going for a 4-shot combo.
He knows he's going to get dove. Yeah.
He has flash. Maybe he can get the outplay.
Angel's coming
I've seen
too.
Jin win these.
He's not getting out of this.
I've seen Jin win these. No, I haven't. Never seen it in my life. Knight's actually going to pop the Demonic Ascension onto Angel, but Angel's just going to be running down because Xiao Hao's right here. But look how much Knight does early.
Ooh.
Gonna be the Enchanted Crystal arrow through. Wei looking for the angle. Oh no! Assume you've overextended and you've been shot. As now Wei is getting locked down by Angel and co. Wink is trying to help him out there, but I don't think he can do it. Winks can't find an escape lane. And there you go. Elk cleans it up, has 4 shot available. Oh, Xiaohao, you don't know what's coming for you. Okay. He heard the chest hair rumble, you know? Yes, I got him. I broke Cubby.
Oh, well, unfortunately, the grub is going to be broken by BLG. As Wei's going to make sure it's a 4-2 advantage in favor of BLG.
The follow through auto attack too. Oh, that is just bad news bears for EDG. Things were looking like their heads.
Angel going to come up and play defense, but it's a little bit too late. And
Barely misses Knight. Knight actually got a little bit of stack there. Hits the never move. Oh, nice denial from Angel. That was actually so beautiful. Now Wei gets kicked back and decimated by Xiaohao.
Shout out to Wing. So what BLG is trying to do there is... Oh, hold on. The play continues. Weaver's Wall is cast. Knight does that flash.
He wanted to try to get the angle, but instead just goes on pop the quickness. Xiaohao looking for more. Angel's the one that claims that one. Big never move from Knight, and he gets hit by the turret. The turret's doing so much work with the new changes. It is pumping, and so is Knight. Looking for more on the Wink, and there you go. The synergy with Swain is just on point. The golden left hand is strong. And Angel will get
this many slows. It's about the angles you take. Wei now spotted.
He was about to just go straight for Angel. He's like, I might just have the angle here. As
they caught CDZ though.
Oh my God, Meganar into Angel, but now Ben doesn't really have any exit tools. Heal got used there. As ZDZ getting locked down. 4th shot coming in. Wei just going for the kill. ZDZ getting caught in transition here, and Wei's just gonna chase him down. Yep. Another big swing of the quarterstaff at EDG.
I gotta say, I'm not exactly sure where we're at in terms of feats of strength. Because the grubs were split each time.
So it's every 3 grubs. So that
it's every. Oh right. I cannot read. I saw the 2 grubs and we lost it anyway. ZDZ gonna have to burn his.
Surrounded down here, but he initiates the combat into ZDZ, gets away from his barrel, and Xiaohao jumping over to ZDZ. Now Ben has the Meganar, looking for the combo into the wall. Is just looking for the fight now too. Goes for the wallop, and now you have the cannon barrage on top of it. Big enchanted crystal arrow from across the way. Even with the big open curtain there from the side of Elk, it's not going to be enough damage, and he gets stopped by the Talia wall, and now he's flanked by a Assume, and unfortunately Jin does not win a 1-on-1 or even a 2-on-1 in that situation. There is going to be an escape by On, who just made it out alive over Elk, but that's a really big play from EDG to get something going.
That was a big Enchanted Crystal Arrow coming out from Assume because it prevented Bin from contesting the rest of the barrels. Now, with that said, all the commitment being thrown into the bot lane will ensure the Anakan goes over to BLG on the top side. As Wei, okay, he's got to, get out of that. Anakan does a lot of damage, especially if you don't have people DPSing. So will be a pickup.
EDG, and it's feats of strength for BLG. So trying to get over this, trying to get some steal going. They're going to pull out the dragon. Knight's getting low already. There's a lot on the table here, but it's going to be left on the table by EDG. ZDZ is going to be run down by Ben. This is where BLG can play super aggressive. They have the Atacon respawns, and they're going to pop everything here. As Knight going down, gets a quick trip back to base. Wei's going for the kill, gets the money, and gets away. Still has his GA, and EDG, they do get a 1-for-1.
Knight kind of used his face to zone and the buff. You know, he's back. Just donated 100 gold to make sure that Wei could go under the turret and pick up a kill. As that's on a ward.
Stop of the back on the ward, and the kick back on. Going for the grand entrance to get away, but that grand entrance
deep and get back. It's not like they're out of the game, but it's just not super positive. It's Mega. EDG should just wait things out, because with no Mega and no Wukong ult, it might actually be hard for BLG to fight.
Oh, Elk! He doesn't get hit by the Glacial Fissure, but there's the Cannon Barrage right onto him, and Elk is down. No more backline. Big never move there, and Knight maybe kicking up to be impossible to stop, as he's going to look.
Secure the kill into Elk was huge, not to mention the setup that made that happen in the first place. Well,
table here. There's already a fight kicking off now as well. Knight just doesn't do damage. He does consistent sustained damage. But against this comp, when they can just burst
Wei.
down, it's huge. But look at Wei. He wants the
on
angle
Ash.
too. He realizes Angel was the
Yep.
saving grace for EDG, and he picked him out of his team. As now Elk has perfect angle for the follow-up here. Assume gets Mega Nard into the wall. And look at Knight just ticking away. Boom goes the bomb. And now ZDZ is cleaned house by Elk. Not a deadly flare is going to hit, but it is still a fight win for BLG.
And that's the angle that BLG were looking for with Wei. Again, you cannot fight this front to back. You have to find a way to get in the back line and shut someone down. Wei and On syncing up really well there onto Angel, and they were able to find Assume in the back half of fight 2. So that engage, I think it's really important that you take down Ash or Talia right off the bat. And we saw once one of those big damage.
It will, absolutely, but maybe it's not enough. Wei versus
Wait.
Xiaohao. If there's a moment to do it, it's now.
Good
Xiaohao
barrel.
gets it, and that's Xiaohao does not know that On is behind them. He does not have an exit right now, and now he will find out that Wei is feeling really spicy. That's a really nice Weaver's Wall to deny any more shots there. Wei versus Xiaohao. Maybe an important 1v1 that's turning into a fight topside. Knight goes down instantly. Assume is doing work with that Blade of the Rune King onto healthy targets. ZDZ gets taken out of the fight, though, by a nice shot from Elk.
The bot lane in, answered by Bin. But that's all the
got it.
outers being taken out by
Oh.
EDG, except for top. Angel, though. Uh-oh.
He just gets flashed on. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no.
That's like easy
Dragon.
work.
That's
Dragon.
probably Dragon now. And Assume's in trouble. He got slowed.
Oh, yeah, he's down too. Ben
no.
just picked everything up. He literally
Had
was...
flash up to what was a really positive play for EDG. Now bouncing back in BLG's favor. They're looking to knock down this mid inhibitor. It should fall. And now it's about how hard they want to press.
Around that next spawn of Dragon in 5 minutes.
Oh, man. Goodbye, Xiaohao here.
Wei's still
We
got the
try
flight.
and sniff him out, but yeah, I mean, we see where Assume
my
is.
God,
Here we
he
go.
wants Assume.
He was in
Okay, he
range.
wanted to get the angle. He didn't get the big Cloud Strike side. Xiaohao now being forced out of the right of the fight. Now you actually have BLG pushing. They have forced shot here from Elk. He could flash for it and look for it, but they're not going to follow up anymore, as that GA would have gotten popped if they did. Would be a nice pop, though. Xiaohao didn't have his GA to play that aggressively. BLG didn't get anything out of that fight. We'll back off towards mid. EDG already there. Xiaohao getting a little bit lower as well, trying to use some of that speed. On gets chunked here. Angel, he's in a fight for his life right now against Ben, who's just auto-attacking him from hell. Dodge, weave, Meganar coming up, and here comes BLG. Knight on the back line. He's going to go golden, and Ben, he comes back with a vengeance onto Angel. You thought you had him, but you were so far from the truth.
I mean, this was like a really long series of plays. It started with Wei trying to set up onto Assume, didn't have flash up, but did pop the ult and got the flash at Angel in the initial skirmish. And EDG lost the health bar war from there. They didn't reset. They didn't want to give up the map. I think that's what bit them in the end. That and the killer instinct from Bin. As Xiaohao is going to fall, and this is going to be a 3-0 for BLG.
You just look at the faces on EDG, and it feels bad, especially ZDZ getting the gangplank 1-7, but it is BLG, the expected victor, the dominant force in the LPL in 2025, and they come away
for a debut. I got to see some of that solid late game team fighting that we always know this team for. And I really love how they play towards their win cons always. Like, this is a team where I think that BLG always has a good idea of how to win the game at many stages of the game. And in that last one, when EDG were giving them the toughest time, you can still see at the end the solutions. Talked a lot about, hey, you're going up against all these throws. Do not front to back. We saw EDG abuse that, like that Baron pickup, knowing that there were no flashes in the game. That was a great call from EDG. But then later on, just not, you know, protecting each side of the jungle, trying to play through mid. It just opening up to more angles, and BLG took full advantage of that in the end.
full advantage of it, and this team is on fire as well. I'm very excited to see what the possibilities are. This was a team we haven't gotten to see yet. They did not play at the Demacia Cup, but they haven't skipped a beat. Even if some of those early games don't look good, even if this game 3 still end up being a very close one, this is a scrappy team that knows how to try to finish out games once they get a little bit of a lead. And that little bit of a lead gets exploded so quickly. Comes off the back of Knight. That man is in his evil era. I don't know. The sway didn't look that great, but then in the end, he has a big impact in it. And it's really just a team of stars that we've highlighted consistently that ends up being a massive victor in this one.
The guy's a hell of a player, and I
Yeah,
don't think the Swain pick is what I would expect to see him pick in Game 5 of a big series. But hey, it wasn't pretty, but it was fun, and we will take that sometimes.
We will take that.
It was an Orianna angle, man. You don't have to be too fancy about it. But hey, you know what?
Can you imagine Orianna?
It's okay.
I actually feel like it would have been pretty nuts.
No, yeah, no. I was screaming for the Orianna pick in that draft. I really was. So yeah.
But hey, Knight does what he wants. All right, Knight does what he wants, especially when you're on the verge of potentially breaking records in the LPL in terms of trophies held. Really awesome stuff, and really cool to see BLG start off strong. The fact that it's TT and BLG are the ones at the top of Group C right now, I'm very excited to see what happens in the future. And that's what going back to that kind of format.
Yeah, a little bit of a surprise taking down LNG, but
yeah.
Outside of that, no surprises really in this week as we are wrapping things up for the first week of play.
We're getting close. We're getting close. We still got Top Esports versus WE tomorrow. That one's gonna be a lot of fun.
I'm trolling. That's right. Sorry, it's my
We're
end of the
rounding
week for
out.
LPL.
We're getting close. We're getting close. You're almost right. You're almost right. Technically, it's today.
See, you're trolling me. That I was right.
Well, it's 4 a.m. for us here on the West Coast, so you know. There you go. No,
Man,
but
I tried to save his own ass in front of me.
Yeah, true. Throw you under the bus instead.
It's an old favorite tradition of us, you know. Trying to get each other like that.
If you ever followed on an ACL, you know. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. And apparently, if you know about BLG, because there's not like we've literally talked circles around this team because there is so much storytelling to have behind Way's kind of readaptation to this team and things, and Knight and Ben. But can I just talk about a single moment? We're gonna get to highlights of it, but Ben was literally just running at people and killing them on Gnar, and it was despicable. And it's awesome to see that killer instinct on a guy that we know is so lethal when he gets resources given to him.
Yeah, I mean, Ben is someone that we talked in the last game when he got MVP, and he's the MVP for this game as well.
Probably.
There was some discussion last game. There's none for me this game. But it feels like he gets all the little things right. And then because of that, it just enables him to do other things that no one else in this game can do at times. And he has these champions where it feels like any and all lane matchups that he can pick or pick up, it's just Ben's going to win it. And Cassante is one of them. Gnar is another. We saw both today. He's disgustingly good at these champions at the highest level, and he finds these things and angles that no one else can find. And it's what makes Ben so exciting and makes him a true superstar in this game that we have.
I was always a fan in that little stint of his combination with Wei, and I'm glad that they're reunited in permanency, at least for this year so far. There were still, again, it was like a 40-minute game. So it's not like EDG didn't give them a run for their money, and that's where some of that cleanliness we were asking about. But then in some of the crucial moments, you give one thing to BLG, and it just snowballs away from them.
I mean, if this game went differently, we'd be sitting here singing the praises of Angel, who was he's the one that got them back in this game. This play was crazy. He never moved
Him and
in.
Xiaohao.
Use that to hit the flick and then flash forward to pop the concussive blows. Like, man, you cannot play that better if you're Angel. Saw some nice plays. The setup mid to get kills on Knight, too. Of course, he gets caught out here being flashless from the last fight, but still saw some really good moments from Angel on the Talia. And this game, at least, is something that some EDG fans can run with moving forward. Hopefully, in Split 1 and for the rest of this year.
Hopefully. Maybe looking at spring. I don't know. No, it's just one series. We'll see what happens with the rest of the group. But things do not get easier once you lose in this kind of format that we have in the first split of LPL. But it's supposed to be a tester. It's supposed to be just to get the action going, and we're getting a lot of action, even though we've had two.
CC target. Now we got Nocturne on the opposite side. But yeah, you drop that, you drop Mom on top of that, right? You just get a bunch of layering damage. And obviously it's not.
And back the goal is just get a grub and get out. They're actually keeping in. He did get that smite. So he'd be happy just to leave now.
They're actually looking for the fight here as they want to take down Gideon. And it's not quite going to happen, but they do bully them out. Oh, that flash handshake, though, on a Lahens. And there you go, first blood. Smolder wasn't on my bingo card, though. Looks like Bro, second objective, just like that. Ocean Dream, I hope, for Nongshim, and they're just going to get one and get out and just try to deny the objective. Cocoon lands, but a cleanse, and Bull is just fine. As now the equalizer comes in after all of that. Palu in a bit of a rough spot, but he has the ability to maybe survive. No, he's going to go down, and Bessa as well. Morgan going way too deep. He's out, and that's 3 kills for Nongshim just like that.
Yeah, huge team fight comes out from Nongshim. They did the homework this time. They were prepared, so much more ready. Unfortunately, they was picked up as a denial, but we'll see what they can get done here. They are looking.
Yeah, I mean, we're just going in with the dive, trying to get that back line, but it's just the Kalista ult once again to bounce up the Nocturne, but now, no, he's just going to be burnt to a crisp by the Rumble. Morgan finally takes out the Kalista, but at what cost? So many low health bars, though. Closer has to chase potential. That's a double kill for the Aurora. The rest of Bro just hang around the top side of the map and just give this one up, so.
Yeah, it's good that Nongshim able to get this. I guess Bro not really coming in. TP from King in. Can Gideon get there in time? I don't think so.
So they're going to give the pizza strength, and then they're going to go for the fight. The Renata Glass Gulch here just to try to get out, but look at the Wombo combo coming in, as we do have a kill from Closer to start out, though, and everybody survived, and now the Sambessa is just running wild, but again, not very fed. King in level 11 as well. But we're seeing a lot of like, okay, I'm going to equalizer now, and okay, now we're going to throw in the Elise, and how about we, you know, I think it's not like, it's not as
substantial. Like, yes, it's not like on Fisher. I'm not saying Fisher's not doing his job.
Oh boy. Well, we're in a lot of trouble here for Jiwoo, as there's just no escape. Hambak again making a play, and he's got one target. It's the Kalista every single time. Lands.
He's gone. Where'd he go?
Wait. Why was he there? That's a ton of damage, though, from the Rumble and the one tap with the auto. And an equalizer here. Kingan's like, all right, well, the Hens did that, but I am Kingin, and I am looking to get some extra kills on the board. Flash forward, but now the rest of the team is here. This is getting real messy, as coming down is Mob Fisher looking for some extra kills. Bold, a nice flash away from the Q by the Sejuani there. You can at least try to beat it, right? There's not a lot of vision around here, as there's the Cocoon, and you have so much follow-up. Somebody had to check, and this time, unfortunately, it is Palu.
I don't think losing a dragon here is that big of an issue. The question really is going to be, what can you do with this Atakan? We've seen games before where you get the Atakan buff and you take, you know, 4 or so towers in a push. This is what Nongshim should be looking to do.
How often is he going to play that? And then he had to go up against a Fed Rumble. But now they're looking for Lahens. And here's an equalizer, pretty good, and the follow-up into Hambak, as we are just jumping on in, taking down the Nocturne, and looking for a bit more. Closer has to go.
Interaction coming out there, but ultimately Nongshim get what they want. At least not the target you want to go for. I mean, with the Atakan buff, it doesn't really matter if you die, but the fact you have Kalista ult and the Repel, easy to shake stuff away, and now they get towers they want in the bot lane. They're looking mid as well. If they can get 4 towers here, I think that is very much a successful use of the buff.
Yeah. You don't have to 5-man dive. You don't have to give them the extra blood petals and gold. But that's more fun, right? Unless, wow, that's a lot of, wow. I mean, Jiwoo, he's kind of out of the fight now, and he will be taken out. Hambak, he is going for those flowers. He is going for that 100 gold, and you know what? The backline is totally just destroyed.
So, like, you know what? It's go time. Jiwoo is on a ward, so they could just kill him.
I mean, they're all on a ward, and Bull just going to face take it with cleanse, and that's going to be good. That's going to be the end of Jiwoo. As now, flash forward, the engaged Renata, and Morgan actually finds an angle. Can he do anything with it is the question. And can they kill Kingin? Another good question. As Hambak, he is not going to be revived. It does look like Kingin eventually should go down to Closer here. They have vision. He's level 16. It is a huge.
It doesn't even feel like they have to put that much effort in. They just drop a couple of ults, and then the fight kind of pans out from there. They do eventually get him, so I think they were. Oh, do they have Kalista ult? They don't.
Yeah, listen, not even
dead,
there.
You know?
Yeah, well, Dan, I know maybe you're not up. Okay, well, we'll have to hold the memes. We do have King in a huge angle here, but also Closer in the front line. Palu is just being beat down right now, but look at Fisher as well. I mean, Bull also pretty strong. Hambak looking for the Q, and what more would have done it?
Yeah, Hambak?
They know he's here. At least they knew somebody was here. Nice fear timing. But now the ult's going to come in. There's the Mikhail, so you got to be careful not to go too deep for the Nocturne, as now Closer threatening it. Going on in, has the Zanya. It's just the paranoia. Will he actually pull the trigger on it is the question. Not quite, but the Q goes in and it's 2 kills. A 2-for-1 deal. One of the Vars, but he messed it in! Equalizer, Kingen and Fisher just burned the entire team down. And just like that, Jiwoo able to kite out Morgan. And yeah, they'll give it to Fisher. He picks up a triple. And just like that.
Without the smite.
Varus Q, damage. Yeah, I mean, this is Kingen just dead. That was extremely risky up against these two.
And they're still going!
They're still going. And I mean, okay, it's going to go to the Callista. There you go.
More gold to close it, but honestly, how much more gold? And just everything. It was pretty brutal. So now, Longshin firmly in control. They've got butter on their hands. It's so snippy.
Well, Morgan's dead. And they are, I would say at this point, just about that. Decently happy.
Yep.
With the way things are going.
Should be able to crack this inhibitor tower. They are taking a decent amount of poke from Bull, so I think he felt a bit too comfortable blast going in there, is all I'm going to say. Oh, King is looking.
He is looking. Still looking. That's a nice Zhonya's. Lahen's nearly dead. Closer going in. He's landed an all. Tombok is in that back line. They're looking for him. They got the Smolder. And finally we have the Equalizer, but it might not matter. It doesn't really do enough damage. They're at least able to kite out Morgan. And they take him down. Kingen now flashing on in. Hands shook, but he goes into Zhonya's. And that might just be enough. The burn damage is insane. And this Jiwoo is full health, and he's bouncing so quickly at Closer and Bull. Will go the way of Nongshim, and they will take down the 6th Elemental Drain.
We saw a lot of changes, I feel like, in the rosters for these two teams.
Just flap at them. I don't know. And there you go. No cleanse. Bull's dead, I would imagine. Yeah, they just pile all the ults in onto him, and Paula will follow up. It looks like Nongshim have finally figured it out for now, as Fisher here in mid just taking out.
Can he steal it?
It's going to be Closer to get Vision, but it's too late. Too late.
Keep running Closer. Buy time. This is good.
Okay.
I can picture his face on the desk in dismay.
Yeah. It's a slow burn. These bro games, they gave you so much hope too. But Nongshim were just better. That Equalizer was not better. Yeah, there's Zegon.
There he is.
That really just sums up.
Hey, he looks like I imagined him.
But, bro, maybe just giving us an extra game. Here goes, bro. That's a very nice ult. Looking for that back line, but I don't think they have the damage. Okay, Morgan going in. He's going to send it, but that's about it. As meanwhile, Lahen's actually buying a lot of time here on the back line. He'll get his own kill as well, just to die. But yeah, this game is over, guys. We had so many kills in this one. 44. Different angle here. Going with the gangplank.
I kind of like it, honestly. I feel like they have the setup already. They have CC for the rest of the composition. The GPL is also really powerful against. I am just a normal water guy. Yeah, Guinness, decent said, Yep.
It's because you're half Irish.
I don't know if you know much about Ashe, but she's very auto-attack based. And I don't know if you know much about Jax, but he has this ability. I'm sure people
Why is he still... Okay, he might die now, actually. In a bit of trouble, in a lot of trouble. Yeah, he's dead. That's going to be first blood. Given over to Nongshim. First turret did go to Going to Leash. And here comes an arrow. Oh, that was so close. Maybe if he had the streamer client, that would have hit. Very nice angle here, trying to get in, but Paulo just gets out of that one as he's able to cancel it out. Level 9, you don't even have a full item.
Wait,
in the enemy jungle.
It's a 6 grubber.
A 6 grubber.
That's what I said. Even. And I think Bro just they want a fair fight. Herald in a minute 30, they're ready to throw down when it takes all.
Yeah, I mean, Bro would never take it. Cannon Barrage going to come down here. He's got barrels. That wave is gone. Can they kill him through this? Paulo is dead, and Kingen says, well, I'm just going to try to...
Up for Bro, but they lose the tower top, so I guess he even trade for Bro.
It's always an even trade for Bro.
But the hell waking up to?
Yeah,
this is a show. This is the Bro down.
Gideon has been, frightened by the play so far. Palu getting kited out here. And yeah, Gideon, he had enough. He just ran away.
Wait, Kingen's not here. He just have TP, but he's not here. And he doesn't have ultimate. So maybe Bro just take this?
Yeah, Noshim, I think you shouldn't take a page out of Bro's handbook this time around. You should definitely fight over this. A huge objective with the feat strength. Kingen just killing the turret instead, and Ziu has cleanse, so they're just going to give it away.
You know what? Nongshim, they saw the red. How we talk about feats of strength and Dragon Soul, you know, soul feat.
Yeah, that's cool. We have Palu in a bit of trouble, but he is Leona. They are doing everything they can to take him out, and he will go down, but Gideon is the trade, and Lahens as well. So Bro do fight back, and here comes Fisher, gonna get the flash out of Morgan. Kingen says, thank you very much. I will clean that up and pick up.
Yeah, this should be secured by Nongshim. No real, I mean, maybe a steal from Closer? No, they're gonna wait for their jungler.
Yeah.
That's no fun. Oh,
what? What? Okay. So they spawned on the bottom side of the map this time.
Oh, neat. Oh, did we get a verification on which Atakana it is? That would be pretty giga chat.
Yeah. That respect.
Oh.
Absolutely. Arrow gonna sail wide, and now they're re-engaging. This is a very squishy Rel, but now the engage coming in from Gideon. Tons of damage on a Hambach, and now Fisher, he's desperately still finding the Azir angle. He can't find a single one in this game.
You know, maybe it's like a World's winning ult. We'll be like, this is where he started, now he's here.
Oh, nice little angle from Fisher. That's a nice amount of harass damage. Now Palu in a rough spot, and the first onto the two of them, they just pop like balloons. And now Bro have no chance of going for this Atakan. Still ahead on gold, but that doesn't matter in this game, let's be real.
Yeah, Nongshim able to secure the Voracious Atakan, and this is a pretty huge buff to get. Just good play. No one went for any unnecessary shuffles, and they just cleaned up on Bro. And now, it's kind of one of these situations as well, are just unwavering.
They are going in. They are going in. They don't care about revives. You think they care about the new rules of the Rift? No, absolutely not. And Fisher still looking for it.
But Bro are different. They're killing you for the pride, so they'll engage regardless. Unfortunately, that didn't pan out for them. Now Ocean Soul going over to Nongshim, which will help mitigate some of the poke harass. I mean,
incredibly wrong. You should be totally fine to take this one down. As the Ezreal gonna do a bit of damage, maybe looking for the steal here is Hambach, but he's late. Now looking to take him down. Lahens gets a decent angle with that one, but the knockup from the Zyra ult is actually doing pretty well to this frontline Bro, trying to get as much as they possibly can. They're gonna get 2 kills, and maybe a bit more here. Flash on in from Morgan, very nice. As Kingen, maybe a bit too scary. He is on the internet, yes. He is playing with the rest of the team, between Ruler and Dew so far in this game. We are feeling it. But yeah, it's so difficult to engage into this Maokai, as that is a massive Zyra ultimate, though. Gonna knock up 4 of them, and now bit of damage coming in. The poke as well from the Ezreal. He's still flanking to this day.
Yeah.
Just gonna take a blue buff, and actually maybe a Zyra as well. Hambach just kind of going for a little walk in the...
About Fauna.
There you go. Well, here's the engage onto Eclipse Leona. They don't seem to care, though, because they have enough damage. They're far enough ahead, and the zoning is huge with the barrels and the cannon barrage. So, there you go. Nongshim just kind of taking whatever they want at this point, looking for the inhibitor in the top lane. Closer desperately telling them to back off, and they will. They'll only take the inhibitor. Well, maybe next time. The arrow this time is going to hit Ziu. He's also going to tank it up like a Giga Chan himself. He's going to go down, and so is Lahens. And all of a sudden, Bro get a couple of kills.
And Elder's up in 10 seconds. It's winnable.
How is this happening?
It's just another Bro. Oh! That didn't do as much damage as I thought it would.
Yeah. I guess... Not quite the tempo he was looking for. That did a lot more.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot. That was Leona.
Yeah. Train for the crit, I guess.
Yeah.
It's 3v4. Junglers both up. Let's see what happens.
I believe in Nongshim. Oh, the timing, Fisher! He finally figured it out. It was perfect when he needed it most. And he lives until the very end, until he dies. Kingen. Still here, Bro. He's like, I'm gonna solo this. You can't solo that.
Wait, he's TPing the end.
He's TPing.
He's going.
He's going into the... Wait, there's
no
not a
minion! Wait, the Elder! I don't think Bull's...
Bull's like, wait, you have smite. Oh no, what am I gonna do?
I'm dying. What is going on? Okay, they got the Elder to go in, and you know, it works out pretty okay.
He did some damage. He even flashed defense. Take Zodia.
They have a lot of stuff. But do they have the power of friendship?
I mean, maybe not as much as Bro, but I think they'll take the 2-0 instead. I think they'll be happy with it this time around for Sim.
Oh, the arrow.
This time gonna connect onto Palu, and the engage is clean as well. Lahen's getting it done at the very end, as Morgan as well, just being burned to a crisp. The Elder Dragon is too strong, and Nongshim are too strong tonight as they will take the 2-0 over the Bros. The generous Giga Chads will give it to them this time. And Nongshim...
Who else are you voting for, realistically?
I was about to say Palu. I'm like, he had a good series. I don't know. Like, actually, not sarcastic.
That sounded toxic for a second.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess nobody else. Lahen's for playing support elite.
Look, you got to think, like, sometimes...
No.
Yeah. I mean, it's a no-brainer, because he did big number, big damage. That's the easy one to vote for. But he's also the correct one to vote for. He's the double whammy, you know?
It's hard to miss on this one.
It is hard to miss. And he didn't really miss. With his equalizers, with his barrels, with the vibes in general, I think.
With the decision to stay bot and take the turret and not TP to the Rift Herald fight, you remember that? Give over the feats of strength. He's like, I don't care, I'm scaling.
Yeah, he doesn't care about the feat. Did TP top to try and end with no wave, though. That was very funny.
He did do that, yeah.
He was feeling himself. He's like, I could solo this turret without any... No, I can't. Immediately realized, no.
That was a great series. We had a lot of fun. I hope you guys did as well. But we have the interview ready to go. Let's hand it over to Deer for the translation.
Thank you very much. This is Deer for the POM interview translation, joined by Kingen on the side of Nongshim Red Force, who took down OKCD's main Breon. Congratulations, how do you feel?
사실
You know, after the loss,
민폐 끼치는 게 아닌가 이런 좀 불편한
I felt like we were
생각도
causing so
들었는데요.
much nuisance
오늘
to
승리로 그런 감정을
Group
떨쳐낼 수
Elder.
있어서 기분 좋은 것 같습니다.
But with today's victory, I think we were able to come back and overcome those feelings. And you got such a high damage rumble play in game 1 and game plank after that as well.
사실
So
좀
how are
조건이
you able
되게
to
잘 맞았던
upkeep
것
this
같아요.
output?
첫 경기, 두 경기
I think
전부
our
다
team
상대가 좀
synergy
뚜벅이
actually
챔피언들이 있었는데
really paid
이제
off,
럼블이랑
and I think the
갱플랭크라는
draft
챔피언 특성상 좀 그런 뚜벅이
with
챔프들한테 강점이
how
있어서
Rumble
그래서
and
분량을 좀
game
잘
plank
넣어봤습니다.
also
사실 갱플랭크는
does
이번
in
LCK 컵에
a
처음
draft
등장하긴 했습니다.
against
상대 픽을
a
보고
lot of the
갱플랭크를
immobile
하신
champions that we
건가요?
had on the enemy team actually worked
사실
out
다른
really well.
챔피언이랑 좀 고민을 했었는데요.
And I actually did
갱플랭크가
consider picking other champions, but for
맛보기에
Gangplank, I think
굉장히 좀 좋은 판이다. 좀 그렇게 생각을 해서 뽑게 된 것 같습니다.
for game 2, I felt like it was a really good pick, just based on what everything played out during the draft.
정말 독보적인 존재감을 뽐내셨습니다. 오늘
There was
POM
so much
어디 좀
presence by you in both
노려봐도
games
좋을 것
1 and
같은데 어떻게
2, so
생각하시는지
I
궁금하네요.
think it's fair to say that you got unanimous player of the match votes. What do you think?
받을만한 판이라고 생각을
그쵸?
두 번 다
yeah, I
해가지고
guess
한번
I
기대해
did
보도록
feel like
좋습니다.
both
이따가
games
제가 분석 데스크에서
I
한번
did
확인해
deserve
드리도록
unanimous
하겠습니다.
votes.
자,
So
그리고 1세트
we'll find
때는 또
out
리헨즈
during
선수의
the
서포트 앨리스가
the breakdown at the
등장했습니다.
space.
게임 종료
And
후에
in game
보이스를
one,
들어보니까
Elise support from
맛없다
Lehan
이런
made an
이야기를
appearance.
하시던데 생각보다 좀
And after that game,
아쉬우셨나 봐요.
Lehan
어떤
said
반응이셨나요?
Elise tastes terrible, so perhaps he
사실
was more
저는
disappointed
게임하면서
than
굉장히
expected.
좋다
What did you think?
생각하고 있었는데
You know, during the game, I thought he was really good. So when I heard, yeah, it tastes terrible, I was like, oh, I don't think it was that bad.
별의별 이상한 챔프 다 해가지고
But to be honest, Lehan's, besides from Elise, he does pick a lot of these weird champions. And I think Elise is really, it counts as one of his normal picks, honestly. So do you like these kind of strange picks from him? Yeah, I think the biggest thing is that it's really fun to watch
재미있는 게 굉장히 크고
and also play from his
나만
perspective.
데이터가 있는 챔피언을 해서 상대방의
And having the champion that only you have the data for
되다 보니까 굉장히 좋은 것
is
같아요.
also something that really plays out well.
그리고 농심을 합류하게 된 계기가 지우 리엔즈 선수 때문이다.
And you
이런
said
인터뷰를 봤습니다.
That you joined Nongshim because of Jiu and Lihen's in an interview. So now that you got to play as a
예상한
team,
만큼
what do you
당연히
have to say?
좋고요. 일단
Yeah,
지우
it's just
선수
as
같은
great as
경우에는
expected.
한타 때
And
좀
as for
최적의
Jiu,
딜을 할 수 있는 상황을 스스로 좀 잘 만들어
in
낸다고 생각을
team
했는데
fights, he
그
always
부분
tries to
굉장히
come
잘해주고
up
있는 것
with
같고
contributions
지우
to
형은 근데
how to maximize
제
his
생각보다 훨씬 더
damage
좋은 것
output.
같아요.
So
좀 팀적으로
I think
긍정적인
Lihen's also
영향을 굉장히 많이
does a lot
준다고
of
생각을 해서
positive things
제
during team fights
기대보다
as
더
well.
좋게 되고 있는 것 같습니다.
대기실 가면
So
칭찬
I
많이
think
받으실 것
it's been
같은데요.
a lot better than what I had expected.
알겠습니다. 이렇게 해서 이제 농심의 첫 승과 동시에 장르
And with
그룹에게
Nongshim's
다섯 번째
first
승리가
victory, you
정리됐습니다.
secured
현재
Group
지금
Elder's
5대 1인
fifth
상황인데요.
victory.
어떻게
And the
생각하세요?
current score is 5-1. What do you
사실상 좀
think?
역전이 힘들지 않나 그렇게 생각을 하고
You know, now I'm just
좀
thinking that it's really
여유롭게
going to be hard
가도
for
장르팀이 이기지 않을까
them to come back.
생각을 하고 있습니다.
그런가요?
So I think
그러면
we
이번
can
주말에
honestly
경기를
start
펼칠
playing
나머지
easy.
4개의
It'll be good.
장르팀원들에게 한 말씀 해주시죠.
And anything you'd like to say to Group
다음
Elder
주도
teams for the weekend matches?
이번 주처럼 정말 다 이겼으면 좋겠습니다. 장로팀 화이팅!
Now I want us to go ahead and keep on winning.
선수와 인터뷰
Group
나눠봤습니다.
Elder
감사합니다.
fighting. And
축하드립니다.
that's the end of the
감사합니다.
interview with Kingen and back to the
콘서트
space. Thank you.
Thank you very much, dear, as Nongshim Red Force take down OK Man Brion 2-0. And as was stated in the interview, it is a dominant start here for Group Elder. Welcome back to space for the final time, Tigon, alongside Wolf and Wajid. And yet again, another messy fight, but more importantly, a huge performance here from Kingen.
Yeah, definitely. Kingen made the difference between those two teams. For me, it was kind of dizzy and messy games. Definitely, didn't really kind of enjoy it enough to watch the game, but